you are tired, not just sleepy, your brain is buffering. And this is not a tired physically, although you may be tired physically, but this is something on a deeper level. This is on a soul level. And I think we all are feeling this way. And there's a few reasons why, from a psychological standpoint, that may interest you in terms of why. And you may want to stick around to the end because I actually share the biggest one of them all that kind of puts it all into perspective. But first, let's talk about why we're all so tired. You know, ever since the apocalypse of 2020, I don't want to get flagged on YouTube. You know exactly what I'm talking about. When we all went into quarantine, I think ever since then, when we started to come out of it later that summer, we really have not been able to adjust completely. I think a lot of us are still wrestling with this new normal, if you want to even call it that. And ever since then, you know, we're all multitasking. I mean, think about it for a second. The average person gets over 100 notifications per day on their phone. Over 100 notifications per day. And we're constantly switching between tasks every 5 to 10 minutes. Think about it. When you're going about your day, notice how every 5 to 10 or 15 minutes, you're switching between one thing or another, or you're multitasking between one thing and another, or 5 different things at once. Most of us work. Most of us have lives outside of work. Most of us have to plan our meals. Most of us have to take care of families. Many of us have pets, like myself included. I have like a little zoo at home. We could talk about that another time. But I have to tend to them too. And it's constant. And going to school, you know, this is the last semester, which I'm ecstatic about. But it's only until I resume my master's education, which I probably will be doing that next year. I haven't decided yet, but that's a whole other conversation too. Anyway, but we're all overwhelmed. We're all just so pressed and constantly chugging and running on fumes. And there is this general, like, palpable feeling that it's just everybody's feeling it. We're all feeling this way. I have clients all over the country, and they all, I don't think there's one client that I could think of that hasn't told me that they're not tired. It's just collective. It's so, it's become the new norm, is feeling this way, is feeling just tapped out. And, you know, last night I slept, I think, close to 7.5 hours. I am pooped. I am still pooped, even though I slept okay. I had good sleep. It's not the sleep. It's not my physical body. It's like in my soul, I feel tired. Like I could just, you know, take a break and spend like a year or two kind of recouping. Taking the time to just take it easy and get back in touch with what matters. I feel this like craving for having that break of being able to just check out for a little bit. And when I say a little bit, it's really, again, like a year or two. I mean, that I don't know if that'd be long enough, but let's just say a year or two, okay? You know, I'm just exhausted, and I think many of us feel that way. So why is it that we're feeling exhausted? Well, I did allude to one of the reasons, which is our brains are used to, like before technology, we're used to doing things, relatively speaking, one at a time. Most of us are constantly in a state of multitasking. That wears your brain out, and your brain has to overcompensate by trying to elevate cortisol and elevate some stress hormones so that you can get the energy you need to do what you need to do. Over time, that wears you out. And in terms of the main reason why, I just said it, it's cortisol, you know, and just the idea that you're constantly in a state of perpetuated being pressed, anxiety. So multitasking, elevated cortisol levels. Then you turn on the news, which, for what it's worth, you know, I did a video I think it's Friday, about the news and how we all don't trust the news. I highly recommend you go watch it. But, you know, the news is intended to rile you up. It's intended to make you feel scared and anxious, because more likely than not, if you're anxious and scared, you're more likely to come back and stay updated and try to see what else is next. And the media has a very genius way of keeping you hooked And they know that fear is the biggest motivator. So we're constantly being sold these stories that help to keep us, keep us hooked, keep us on the edge of our seats. And that wears you out too. Everybody's fighting for your attention. Everybody's fighting for your being like, riled up and alarmed so that you will pay attention to them. And that is the constant state of the reality that we live in. Does it resonate with you that, that you feel very tired on a deep level? Does it resonate with you that you are just pooped mentally, emotionally, etc.? And if you're not sleeping well on top of all of this, which I just started to get better sleep like a week or two ago because I've been forcing myself to go to bed a little earlier, which has been helping me, but I realize I'm still freaking tired. I'm still tired, which is why I wanted to make this video, because I'm like, it can't be just me. My clients are telling me that they're tired. And you can see it in people's faces when they're talking. I'm sure you can see it in mine. We're all exhausted. So what are your thoughts on this? Does this resonate with you? How are you feeling that you're just pooped? And what are you doing about it? Let me know in the comments, because I'm really curious to know that. Number one, I'm not alone. And two, if you have any tips for me, I'd love to know in terms of how to be untired. Is that a word? Anyway, I will see you in the next one. I plan to shoot a video tomorrow. I don't know yet what I'm going to talk about, but I will film tomorrow. I'll post it tomorrow afternoon, evening time. And, please stay alert, guys. Please be safe. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one.